How do individuals successfully challenge government for civil liberties? Imagine living in a world where your rights are constantly under threat. How do you stand up and make sure your voice is heard? Well, challenging government actions that infringe on civil liberties is a process that relies on a few key steps. First, you need to know what your rights are. That means understanding the Constitution, especially the Bill of Rights, and how courts have interpreted those protections over time. For example, the Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures, and the First Amendment guards free speech and free press. Libertarians believe these rights are not given by the government but are natural to every person. The government's role is to defend them, not to expand its power at your expense. Once you understand your rights, the next step is to take action if you think they are being violated. One effective way is through legal challenges. This involves filing lawsuits in courts to stop laws or actions that break constitutional protections. For instance, if a government agency conducts searches without warrants, you can challenge that in court. Successful cases often result in courts issuing injunctions to halt enforcement or awarding damages to those harmed. Many legal organizations, including those with libertarian ideals, support these efforts to set legal precedents that limit government overreach. Public advocacy is another powerful tool. You can organize protests, speak out in the media, or use social media platforms to raise awareness about civil liberties issues. When people are informed, they can pressure lawmakers to change or repeal laws that restrict rights. Grassroots campaigns and petitions are simple ways to gather support and show elected officials that protecting civil liberties matters to voters. Engaging in politics is also essential. Voting for candidates who prioritize individual rights or running for office yourself can influence government policies. Libertarians often support candidates who want smaller government and stronger protections for personal freedoms. Over time, these efforts can lead to legislative changes that better safeguard civil liberties. Sometimes, civil disobedience becomes necessary. Peacefully refusing to obey unjust laws can draw public attention to rights violations. While this approach has risks, it can inspire others and sometimes lead to legal or policy reforms. Think of it as a way to stand up for what's right when other methods seem slow or ineffective. Economic freedom is a core part of defending civil liberties from a libertarian view. Protecting property rights and limiting government interference in voluntary exchanges help preserve other freedoms. For example, restrictions on speech or privacy often follow when the government controls too much of the economy or personal choices. Practical examples include challenging mass surveillance programs that collect data without warrants, opposing laws that limit free expression, and resisting government takings of private property for non-public uses. Libertarians support clear legal standards that prevent governments from exploiting emergencies or vague safety claims to violate rights. In the end, defending civil liberties requires constant vigilance, knowledge, and active participation. Individuals need to use legal channels, advocate publicly, participate in politics, and sometimes engage in peaceful resistance. The goal is to create a society where government exists to protect individual rights, not to restrict them. By staying informed and involved, people can push back against overreach and help keep freedoms alive for everyone.